Okay, I think we've got it now. For real. Resume. I had no chance of reading that. Let's see if we can still be sneaky low levels. We had that one already, now we want this one. Oh, come on guys. You are very jealous of the fact that I am completely disinterested in you as people. I don't think that's a good reason for them to be jealous. Left except for... Let's go ruin these guys too. I'll go around this corner and sabotage this person's life. Now I just look foolish.
I think we work well together.
Alistair thinks we work well together. I happen to agree. No bias. Surely no bias in the favor of Alistair.
Of course.
Yeah, see, she's calling me out. She's like, of course you're biased in the favor of Alistair. Okay, who? Oh, this looks charming. Now, a good or bad time to mention I am not a fan of spiders. This is something I'm just going to share with every GA protagonist. You know, I'm kind of, like, I hope that the protagonist of GA 4 also does not like spiders. I'm just go for a combo here.
Lovely.
And why not? Hawk didn't. The Inquisitor didn't. This has been fun. With all these skeletal spiders. I have no questions. Is it a Dragon Age game if you don't spend it, like, just picking things up? Okay, who are we fighting now? I can't see them yet, so they can wait. You didn't tell me that there was a dog here. I guess that happened. I should probably pay more attention, but I don't. I should definitely be her instead. I clearly am no good at this.
I am ready. I think we're gonna have to deal with the fact that we are all the way over here. He's all the way over there.
think the fight is over. Is the fight not over? Okay. There it is. Yeah, that's why you don't stand in crowds when you're a mage. I don't know that I did that right. Cool.
Well, all right.
Okay, this time, let's just not die. It would be like the best approach is to not die. Which means I should stand over here. You're right. You're right. No, anyone else should be worried about? No. No one I should be worried about. Silenced. Is that what we're calling this? Is that what this is called now? I feel like it's just called murder. Well, I guess it's not murder if they attacked us first.
Lovely.
Then it would be self-defense. Anyway, these are the people we were actually supposed to kill. It's whatever. Back to the Chanter's board. Pretty sure that's where we have to go now. Nope, that's the map. Yep, we're back to the Chanter. You really get your steps in when you're like a hero? See, I want to say that, but I think my first thought was like 4 people and a dog. You don't really have any other choice. Insufficient skill. At least I have plenty in common with Zevran. He and I can just stare at the chest and wonder what happened.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Okay. Ah, yep. There it is, the lone boy in the village whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. So this is the mom of the little boy that we ran into. And, I think he's actually pretty close to here. I'll accept them and go about my life. Yep, there he is. And if we happen across anything, we happen across some things. That's fine. It's fine. I should really get used to hitting the right buttons, but I don't do that. Open circle. That's the one we're gonna do. probably contradicting myself from last time. I can't remember. I think I said I was gonna go visit Red Cliff. But now I'm going to the Circle. I do what I want, more or less. In true Grey Warden style, I just kind of do whatever I want and everyone else is sort of stuck with me. Figuring out what it is I am doing at the same time that I am figuring it out. Come on, guys. Really? Is this necessary? I don't think it is. Oh, my bad. Wrong button. I say to no one. There we go. Let's see. We'll grab that and do this. I need it too, but I don't really care apparently. And neither does anyone else. Guys, why are you this way? I am fragile. Here we are. That's better. Well, this is embarrassing and now we all feel bad. All of us, not just me, surely. Oh, this isn't a good sign. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna get some of that sweet, sweet cigarette. And then I will do good things. I'm clever. It says it right there. How's everybody doing? Bad. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. I say everybody and I'm literally just talking about Ulster apparently.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend.
My
I'm much obliged.
boys.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I doubt you want to travel with a Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
I just want them in danger. Doesn't matter that I know they're safe. They're clearly in the second game. Yes, I have to explore everything. It's very important to me.
Hello.
I love you, Sandal. For reasons no one has to know. Well, if Karum regrets,
As you desire.
you will have to convince me of that. Oh my. Characters? No. I should really get better about checking these things. No. It's J. Every time. It's J. And I learn nothing. Maybe it's a quest. Nothing. Oh well.
Someday I'll find it. Gathering my party and venturing forth. The fate is the realm of the hungry demons that constantly seek to pass through the veil into the land of... Anyway. That looks good. I don't think there's... That looks fine. I've decided it's fine. I
Bad
do
dreams, huh?
sometimes put my hand through my entire head. Let's see. Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember?
Oh,
You
yeah.
see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that?
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing.
Why would
It
they
takes a
assume
bit,
that?
but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Oh, who said I wanted to do that? They're all healed. We found somewhere in the camp. Okay.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
He was like a father to you. I understand.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
No harm done, Alistair.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
He had you.
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
He saved your life by sending you to the tower.
Yes. I know. I think he came from High Ever. Or so he said.
My baby.
Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
No, not really. Not since I went to the tower.
That must have felt a lot like when I got sent to the Chantry. You mages don't even get a say in the matter after all. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
That's my boy. Maybe I'll go to High Ever with you when you go.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Nothing else going on. Alistair approves +5. I did it. Go me. Should probably do the equipment. They're right. And then I can talk to my other boy. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Have I just been having you punch people this whole time? Sten! You did great! Anyway, that's what I'm gonna decide. Yeah, okay. So, it makes a lot more sense if you can do those things, yeah, I guess. I guess I should have done that. I just kind of assumed that you didn't have a weapon. I should have done that. Well, this makes sense. Can't say I love it, but it makes sense. I wish you had what it took to wear this, because I don't want to carry it around for the rest of my life. But that seems to be where we're going with this, yes. That's just a golden ring. I guess, sure. It's probably useful to you. Let's see. Okay. I mean... it's useful. We'll keep it. I don't have a problem. I don't keep everything that's not nailed down. That's ridiculous. I don't even know why you would say it. It's pretty on the nose, actually. Yes, I guess I could give you shoes. I could do that. That is something I am capable of. So I think that's enough of me ruining his life. We'll see. I might do it somewhere later. I really hate helmets. Is this a good or bad time to tell everyone that I really, really hate helmets? And I think they're stupid. But the good news is I now have enough strength to put on gloves. We don't talk about it. Mostly because it's embarrassing. Okay. Okay, guess we're gonna just keep on keeping on. I just hate Morgan and anything that's not her clothes. It just looks so her. I put her in armor and it looks so... like, who is that anyway? There it is. Morgan, and that's how it goes. I'll run into the problem later, probably.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Let me see your wares, Bodin. Bodin?
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my
Bodin.
boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Nice gentleman. Let's see. Flask. Barbari Crunch. Do I have any of those? No, but I should get some. For my baby. I don't have a problem. Why? Why? Oh my goodness. These things. There it is. Oh no. I have no regrets. I have some mild regrets. But nothing serious. Maybe if I didn't walk around with everything known to man. That would be good. That would be good. but I do. And I am a menace. That's a gift. Alright, let's focus on this here, shall we? What's going on with you?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did
Okay.
Duncan ever mention me?
No.
Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Duncan never mentioned you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Ouch. That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
Ask for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Well, I mean, one leads to another. Couldn't you just go there yourself?
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arlen's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least?
I'll think on it. I'll think about it. I just, I don't want to jump right into it. I don't know. It makes it sound like we're going to go there right now this very second, and I'm not prepared.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was he now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I'd like to see what other goods you have.
Oh, certainly. I can do that for you. Just come with me.
Let's see if there's anything I can't sell. Maybe some of these ice bolts and fire bolts, since we don't have a crossbow. There, we'll sell 9 of those. And we'll sell 10 of those. Don't judge me. I really want that backpack. Maybe judge me a little. No! I am apparently shocked by this turn of events. Okay, this is tier 1. I don't think we need it anymore. It's tier 2. We do. I'm just really attached to the Fade Striders, and it's always hard for me to sell it. So I just won't. Are there 4 of those? I don't know that I need 4 of those. Yeah, I think selling 2 of those is fair. Thank you. Look at that. Look at all that space I have now. See, isn't this great? We're gonna talk to Morrigan now. And maybe make her mad.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How do you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you are changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of Magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved. Mage rights.
I'm shocked that you think so. Being a mage of the circle as you were. But perhaps you felt a little like a caged bird as well, caught within that dark tower.
Maybe a little.
I thought so.
Cheeky. I love her. Anyway, that's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
That would just make you angry, I think.
No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us
Sorry,
proceed.
it's
lest
clever
the
and I couldn't
dust
resist
gather
it.
on us.
I got +2.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something. I think there are other things.
If you must.
Can you teach others to become shape changers?
By others, do you mean yourself?
Of course. Do you see any other mages about?
Then I shall teach you what I can whenever we are in camp, provided you have the will to even make the attempt, that is.
Yes. Oh, she's mad at me.
What do you wish of me?
It's the sarcasm.
If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
I feel sorry for the Templars.
They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us.
I was teasing.
Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Flemeth used you as bait.
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
They got what they deserved.
Perhaps they did. Still, I do not begrudge them doing what they believe is necessary.
Practical.
The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates, and apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
I agree completely.
An interesting answer for a mage.
I'll give you 4
Enough
points.
of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Do I get any points? I got 1. I got my 1
What do
point
you
back,
wish of
guys.
me?
I'd like to discuss something personal. She's probably gonna get mad at me for this one. We're gonna do it anyway, because poor life choices.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Whoa, she's not mad at me. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask her why she's still here. I'm scared. I don't wanna... I like Morrigan. Okay. Now I'm gonna poke around and be nosy, because this is my prerogative as me.
Oh, why, you little...
What? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
You're such a whiny baby. There was hardly any blood drawn still. He shouldn't have.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Don't scare my dog! I'd never feed you another human being.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Oh.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh my goodness, that one's mean. It's the thought that counts. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Oh, now that was uncalled for. You hurt his feelings. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
This is good. This is what the camp is really for. I'm just gonna watch.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
They're having a good time. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? It's going to take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. I feel like this is a long-standing tradition, Alistair. The original also ignores me and continues to dig himself in deeper.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You said you were in the army?
I am.
Why would the Qunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Qunari. We are how my people know the world.
Have you ever fought in a war? Or... you didn't really answer my question.
No, I didn't.
Are you always this stubborn?
Yes. There is no point to this. We are keeping the darkspawn waiting.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
It's not your duty to handle the blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
I've never seen a Qunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Please?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of... The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Oof. Oof. A little hostile, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
So this is you being calm and helpful.
Couldn't you tell?
I don't want to say that. That's horrible. Anyway, you know what? Just follow orders, you'll do fine.
As you wish.
And he likes me more. This is what happens.
Yes.
I think it's mean. He loves it. It's... I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
I guess that's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
What were you doing in that cage?
Sitting, as you observed.
You were standing. Very funny. Cute. You're the silent type, I see.
Your grasp of the obvious is remarkable.
Thank you. Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Parshera, was there anything else?
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Alright. Don't you have to report back then? Why would the Qunari care about the Blight?
Why do you?
It could destroy the world?
Do you think the Qunari live on some other world, then?
Don't you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you going to do that?
Never. I cannot go home.
Oh, goodness. Well, you can stay with us.
Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the darkspawn waiting.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Then.
I guess that's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I'm gonna get that quest. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Can I do that? Actually, never mind.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
You put up with so much of my crap. Oh, yay! I love Sten. If you haven't noticed this, I kind of love everybody. It's a thing I do.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
So what's your story exactly?
I suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost Glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than leave them to rot.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Smart man. You're quite lucky to have done so well.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
It is a nice discount. He's a nice man. Alright. That's tier 2. This is tier 2. This is tier 1. So let's get rid of this. Keep those. I'll keep that. I don't know what to do with that, so I'm just gonna keep holding on to it, I guess. It's tier 2. This is tier 1. Let's be brave. I don't want to do it. It's fine. Tier 2, tier 2, tier 6. We're gonna be carrying that for a while. Guess we don't need that. We probably don't need 2 of those. Yeah, we'll sell one. Get a little extra space in here. I know the gold ring is meaningless, but I'm probably gonna give it to somebody just because I'm horrible like that. Horrible? That's what I'm gonna go with. Why not? We can all enjoy it. Actually, I think I'll give it to Morgan. Because I can, and no one can stop me. Let's see, what's that? Fire resistance, cold resistance, armor. I definitely still need it. Maybe the Constitution is better, actually. Then again, everyone has a necklace, so I can do what I want. Yes. Level 7 mage. We definitely need you. You're level 6 warrior. We'll bring Morgan.
Indeed.
And my dog or Sten. Dog or Sten. I'm gonna bring Sten for now.
Yes.
Because I like to hear him talk at the tower. Shameless bias. Brazilian outskirts, Denerum. This is the camp. Docks, Frostback Mountain, Soldiers Pass, Redcliffe Village. Castle, Circle Tower. So let's go to the Lake Calenhad docks. And get probably brutally attacked in the middle. Huh? 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 No! Go us! You know what? I never bought new equipment. After all of that, I clearly cannot be trusted. Okay. What if we go to the world map, and then I go back to camp, and no one judges me? Spellcasting can be hurted by damage, but combat training skill reduces your chance of spell
I
failure.
don't understand. You look like a woman.
I do, yes. Are you flirting with me, Stanton?
Flirting. I don't know this word. Speak the common tongue. You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Why not?
Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight.
That's not a universal truth. Some women fight.
Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense.
They don't wish to be men, they wish to be women who fight. You think they can't be women because women don't fight? None of this makes any sense then. We'll go with number one. We'll take it easy. Let's not get him into the prospect of women who wish to be men. Baby steps.
Do they also wish to live on the moon? That's as attainable.
I'm a woman and I'm fighting.
One of those things can't be true. A person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
Ah, my love. But a person can choose what to do.
Can they? We'll see. Yes.
Are you just mad at me for existing now? I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Never mind, I guess.
Very well.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
Still enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
I keep hoping.
As you wish.
Stop being mad at me.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
I got distracted. What can a Templar do exactly?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So Templars use magic themselves?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
Seems like the Templars could run the Chantry.
You'd think that. But it's not so. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
That's horrible. I can't believe they would do that.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective, or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
What a good lad.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something. This is not why I came here.
Ask away.
So you said this Arl Aemon raised you.
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Really? That must have been tough for them.
Well, they were flying dogs, you see. Surprisingly strict parents, too. And devout Andrastians to boot.
Uh-huh. Raised by flying devout dogs. I see.
Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on the cold, hard ground, isn't it? Are you having strange dreams?
have to. Only ones where we're making mad love in my tent.
I think I completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arleman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
More? But you blamed him then, I take it.
I was young and resentful and not very pious. Of course I blamed him. I remember screaming at him like a little child. Well, I was a child, so I doubt he was surprised. Arleman eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
We'll get even for her. What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet.
You are too good, my lad.
I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Stop telling me Sten's mad at me.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Actually, never mind. It's just a lot of questions right now, and I don't want to ask them all at once, if I'm going to be honest. We're done with you. We'll talk to Morgan, but I will do that later.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Let's see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected.
Sorry, buddy. I'm generally an impatient individual. I can't afford those anyway. All that talking, and I can't even afford the new things. I'd have to be a rogue for that. Something for my dog. And it's that, but I don't know whether it increases monetary gain. I think that's worth it. It will pretty much clear me out, though. No. Yes. No. Yeah, it will. It'll clear me out. But you know, pay money, get money. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make the bad life decision. Because I have plenty of that. And it's fine. That's what I've decided. I will put that. What are you? +3 defense. You're gonna need that. Sorry, Sten. I'll get you a belt. It'll look great. You'll love it. Everyone will be so happy. This is what I've decided. Let's see. Let's see how mad everybody is. Alistair likes me. Morgan is more or less neutral. Sten mostly likes me. I could give gifts, but I won't.
Indeed.
Yes.
My babies. Now we go to the docks again. I wasn't gonna be able to read that anyway. Let's just walk down this extremely steep hill, see what happens. In real life, I would just fall and break my neck. That's what would happen.
What do you need?
Oh, sweetie.
Ask away.
No, wait. Never mind. I wanted this.
Humans overcompensating as always.
You brat. Making fun of the tower? That's okay. Morgan's way of putting it is funnier. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I missed something important somewhere. Because I remember there being a quest over here that I am now not probably going to get. But, well, could be worse.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
And you are standing right outside of the circle? Anyway, how can I help you?
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at those requests.
Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Alright, well. Sure. Okay. Alright, I will just gather every single quest. Because I can. Oh, what are you beautifuls? Almost talked to Sten, he would have been so mad at me. Okay. Grey Wardens possess the right of conscription, which we've heard about.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Why is the inn called the Spoiled Princess?
It was my father's idea. He ran the inn before me, and he named it for my sister. She was his little princess. Princess decided the country was too dull for her and moved to Denerim. More glamorous, she said.
Ooh.
Well, she was found murdered, robbed of all the trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money.
Oof.
My father died of shock and heartbreak. Mother stopped eating, and I got the struggling in. The name stuck. That's the story.
Oh, wow. I'd like a drink.
Of course. What would you like?
After that, I think we all need one. You want to talk, dude? Everything okay? He's like, yeah, I'm great. Everything's fine. Why would anything not be fine? I feel like there's a lot of things that aren't fine about that. I happen to know there's a lot of things to pick up in this quest, and I'm terrified about having too much on my person. And then having to drop it and losing everything. That's... summarize it better. Okay, let's sell the fire bolts since we have fire arrows. And we'll keep the ice bolts. Just because. Don't ask why. Apparently the answer is just because. I want to keep some stuff for Wynne. Wow. That's I am a Mabari war paint. I can't even afford those. well, I guess that's the end of that conversation.
Yes,
Oh, my bad. Let's go.
as you wish.
I keep accidentally just talking to people when I'm trying to do something else. This is something I knew about armor. Yes, it doesn't help me dodge, it just keeps me from dying quite so fast. But, you know, only just. Carroll! Alright.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
Okay. I am a Grey Warden and I seek the assistance of the mages.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
I have these documents here.
Yes. Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
Not much, you're obviously a Templar.
And if you can't prove you're who you say you are, I'm not letting you in. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
Your superior won't like that you've given me trouble. I have given you trouble also, but your superior probably doesn't care about that.
Oh, really? You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Well, we should try our best to avoid that, shouldn't we?
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
Yes, please do.
Come along, I suppose.
And Sten didn't even have to sacrifice his cookies. Yes, this is the tower that Morrigan refers to as phallic. I wonder why.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
Gregor, good to see you again.
Well, look who's back. A proper Grey Warden now, are we? Glad you're not dead.
That's quite nice. You're truly glad I'm not dead.
Perhaps. Now we're dealing with a situation that doesn't involve you.
Dad won't tell me he loves me. This tower was my home. I want to know what's happened.
I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control.
Well, that sucks.
Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls.
Okay,
We
that's
were too
bad.
complacent. First Jowan, now this. Don't think I've forgotten your role in Jowan's escape.
I was under orders. I was just doing as I was told.
I suppose I cannot fault you for that, though Irving could have done more to prevent what happened.
And that's
Set a dangerous
Irving's
precedent.
fault.
I should have been more vigilant and urged Irving to be more wary. I can only hope that someday Jowan gets what he deserves. But right now I have other pressing
Don't put me in the middle of your marital dispute. What has become of the first enchanter?
We don't know.
What?
We
No.
saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
I can't say I would have done the same, but then I probably would have died inside the tower. So what can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
All that. How can you think of annulling the entire circle?
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations remaining in there must be dealt with, no matter what.
We don't know that.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
The mages are not defenseless. Some must still live.
If any are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
Dad does love us. When did you send word to Denerim?
A while ago, and it worries me. The Civil War has no doubt caused much turmoil. Has the Chantry been caught up in it? I can only guess. Denerim must have received our message. It cannot be much longer.
If I help you deal with the Circle, will you lend me aid?
If, by some miracle, you destroy the abominations, yes. The Templars will join your army. Without word from Denerim, I must determine our course. Surely destroying Darkspawn is a worthy goal.
I mean, yes. We have an agreement then.
A word of caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the Circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
This man trying to get me to save his husband. They're just platonically married, I guess. Don't mind me.
They'll rip you apart and eat you from the inside out.
Let's not point out that being ripped apart means that the inside is already out now, if that's the case, but okay.
Yes, was there something else you wanted?
Nope, please excuse me. I'm going to find something.
May God have mercy.
I hope he's okay. I don't
As
think
you
he is.
desire.
But, you know, maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he is. Guys, don't block me in. You know it makes me nervous.
Wounds! They burn! It's unbearable!
Well, that sounds very bad, and I do not know how to help you, and I'm extremely sorry.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Here, let me help you. I'm sure we'll be over soon.
I certainly hope so. Are you here to trade, then?
Alright, let's trade. I'm not ever going to use any of those. Do I have any injury? I do not have injury kits, and I cannot afford them. Okay, okay. I can't afford the recipes for anything. This is not looking good. Oh, come on. I need 6 gold coins, and I'm not even close. Okay, okay. By the time I have someone who can wear this, I'll have something better for them. Same is probably true with chainmail boots. One of these is important to a quest, and if I knew which, I probably could get rid of some stuff. But I don't. Anyway, 46 appears to be the best I'm gonna get, and I can't afford anything else, so here we
As
sit.
I recall, shutting the door and throwing away the key was definitely the Templar Plan B.
Yes, that sounds right. We're gonna save a new save over this one and call like Templar Plan B. We're gonna call that so that I can have a separate save file on the outside. And we're gonna have a new save. This is Apprentice Quarters. I'm just gonna call it Oops. We're gonna call it Oops. That's the new save. They're both saved? Cool. Alright. So you guys look good. That guy does not think we're gonna make it out alive. That's alright. We don't think we're gonna make it out alive either. Ah, miserable. Very sad. It's tragic. They tried to barricade, you can see it. But this tower doesn't really lend itself to that. All its narrow entrances and stuff, you'd think, but no. More deep mushrooms, that's something, I guess. A lesser injury kit, still useful. I mean, better than nothing.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
You didn't like it when I said
I
that.
didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
Why are we talking about this in a pile, like, near a pile of dead bodies, guys? Can't you get along at least when there's corpses about? Am I allowed to? No. For a moment I got really excited. I thought I could open something. I, as a mage, have never had the concept of just blowing up the chest. That's never happened. I don't look at it and go like, what if I just broke it? What if I just broke it really good? Because that's grammatical. Broke it real good. Yeah, so the one you have is better. I would think this one's actually better, considering. Okay, so yeah. Willpower will be useful for you doing cool things. That man, I have to say, died spectacularly. Oh, it's a statue. Well, I thought it was just someone who, like, died upside down. I really tried. There's my girl.
You've returned to the tower? Why did the Templars let you through? Are you here to warn us?
Warn you of what?
The Templars have barred the doors. They will only open them if they intend to attack us. Is that what is happening?
Don't worry, the rite of annulment has not arrived.
They sent for it then. I feared they might have. What else could they do? So Gregor thinks the circle is beyond hope. He probably assumes we are all dead. They abandoned us to our fate. But even trapped as we are, we have survived. If they invoke the rite, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
Did Irving survive as well?
If anyone could survive this, it would be the first enchanter Irving. It was he who told me to look after the children. It's a long story. I erected a barrier over the door leading to the rest of the tower, so nothing from inside could attack the children. You will not be able to enter the tower as long as the barrier holds, but I will dispel it if you join with me to save this circle.
We must try to avoid needless slaughter.
Yes. Even if we cannot eliminate all the demons and abominations, together we could lead the survivors out. Once Gregor sees that we have made the tower safe, I trust he will tell his men to back down. He is not unreasonable.
Just cranky. Gregor will only accept it if the first enchanter says so.
Then our path is laid out before us. We must save Irving.
Will the children be safe here?
Petra and Kenan will watch them. If we slay all the fiends we encounter on our way, none will get by to threaten the children.
Very well, if you think that is best. I suppose that could work.
You want us to assist this preachy schoolmistress to rescue these pathetic excuses for mages? They allow themselves to be corralled like cattle, mindless. Now their masters have chosen death for them, and I say, Let them have it.
Morgan, those are children right here. You could have been one of them if things were different.
If that was so, why, I am sure I would have flung myself from the top of this tower years ago. I will allow neither mind nor body be subjugated in such a dehumanizing fashion.
Dear. Not everyone is like you.
And that is made abundantly clear. Look at how they live. Servants of the Chantry. They lack respect for themselves and their own power. Why should I respect them?
My dear, I can't help you. Okay, I can't call you right. None of these are the things I want to say. But this is the closest. I love you, Morrigan, from the bottom of my heart, but this is being cruel. Everyone deserves respect. Even cruel people like you.
Have it your way.
I will.
Petra, Kenan, look after the others. I will be back soon.
Wynne, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
The others need your protection more. I will be all right. Stay here with them. Keep them safe and calm.
I love how different your bodies are. I love how unique. Let us be off. We have talked away enough time.
If you are ready, let us go end this.
Okay. We're gonna want Sten.
Yes.
We're gonna want
Yes.
Alistair. He needs to level up, my boy. We have 2 mages. I love Morrigan's thing, though. In this circle, my life is full of hardship. I make all of my decisions based on emotions, just so you know. All of them. But I also want to balance out the party. 2 warriors, 2 mages, it's a good system, you know? So I don't want 3 mages, we're a little fragile. I love you, Morgan. I'll be back for you. Oh, don't be mad! She's like, I'm gonna be mad. Yeah, you're making me mad. Okay. That's all perfectly fine for me. We are going to go into equipment. That's what I wanted. Thank you. What's that? +2 magic. Makes sense. You have your staff. Everything's good there. We'll see how you fare with your clothes. Oh no. Oh me, oh my. Okay, so this is the best we do. Am I allowed to open this one? No.
Oh, it's you. I remember you. The tower isn't how you remember it, is it?
Yeah. Hello, how have you been?
All right, considering the circumstances.
No, the
I keep thinking this is our punishment for being mages. That's why the Templars have to do away with us.
I'm really glad Morgan's not here.
Like the sword of mercy that sent Andraste back to the Maker.
That's one way of putting it.
We should let the Templars come. Only then can we be cleansed of our wickedness.
The horror of this ordeal has unhinged you, I see.
I will pray. May we abandon our tainted bodies to find peace with the Maker.
Okay, she's fine. She's fine. It's fine.
I heard the Templars talking about chasing down a Malefica yesterday.
I'm sorry that your homecoming has been marred. Still, it is good to see you back, and I'm glad you survived Ostagar.
Loghain is to blame. He betrayed King Kaelin. It means nothing to you.
You heard about Loghain. I would never have imagined the Terran a traitor.
I knew he was up to something the minute I met him. I'm gonna say it, even though I probably didn't.
Wynne was at Ostagar. She told us everything upon her return.
Oh, wow.
But why speak of things past? Be careful in there.
She's
and stay
fine.
Look after her, will you?
You sound a little worried.
I don't know if she's up to this, especially not after... I just worry.
Let's see. Wynne seems to be a strong woman.
Wynne's the strongest person I know, but she's only human. This ordeal has been hard on her.
There's something you're not saying.
I was on my way down to the library when I heard screaming, and a demon came round the corner. Its eyes were afire with evil. I was certain it was my death come upon me. I think I screamed. I was so afraid. And then Wynne was there, in front of me, shielding me. It was light and fire, blood and chaos.
Wynne's
when it was
right
over,
here.
The demon was dead, but Wynne wasn't moving either. I was so afraid she was... gone.
She was probably just stunned.
As I moved to help her, she stirred and coughed. I don't know what I would have done if she had died. For me.
She probably just had the wind knocked out of her then.
Just look after her, all right? She might be completely fine, but then again, maybe she didn't come away from that totally unharmed.
I have no idea. Don't worry, she'll be safe with me.
Thank you. And thank you again for helping us.
It's me. Spot on helper, big helper. Ooh. Oh, there it is. So glad I took part in all this. What is this? Unequipped destroy! Why would I do that? Huh. Anyway.
Here we are. I'm somewhat amazed at myself for having kept it in place this long.
You did what you had to, Wynne.
It made me very weary at times, but I had to stay strong to keep us safe. Be prepared for anything. I do not know what manner of beasts lurk beyond this barrier. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Destroy the barrier.
All right. Be on your guard.
I hope someone on this side of the barrier can hold it. I'm just saying. I got my foot stuck on the floor. This is embarrassing. Well, now that you've done it, I want to do it. You're making me anxious. Oh, it's gonna be hard knowing these people.
Of course.
We did pretty well. I say before everything explodes. I hope no one liked this library because it's in trouble. Summoning Sciences. I'm sure these books are interesting.
What do you need?
Oh, sweetie. Nothing. I'm searching a body and I don't think you want to be here to talk to me about it.
And so I shall.
Private documents, very important, need them. Very essential. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Oh, this is something. Anybody else mad? How mad are we? Pretty mad. And of course it hits mostly the rage, who will not really be affected by that. And I should heal myself. Yes, I should. I've qualified! Yay! I could be a shapeshifter if we were with Morrigan in the camp and not here where there are bodies everywhere. It's probably fine.
Yes.
Sten thinks so.
As you wish.
Oh no, like, I don't wonder enough, but I'm like, I kind of wonder what would happen if you told him to leave, because, like, we're in the middle of a thing. He can't just walk out. Man, they did their best, but this did not go well. Although I would say so far, I think they lost quite a few more mages than Templars, which I feel like you guys didn't do your job. That's the impression I'm getting, and I don't want to say it, but it's there, and here we are. Okay, we have that still. I think that's good. Strength, Constitution, he's gonna need those. We're gonna find out how well I did. Threaten, taunt. And shield balance, shield cover. You know what, I think actually these are probably good. I don't think we have frightening appearance, so I guess we'll do the one with the smaller cooldown. We're gonna need it since I keep getting attacked by things. I'm gonna need some of that, I think. And then we'll do more willpower and magic. Just really pour everything into that. Arcane Warrior, one day. Shapeshifter. I could do a spider shape, do arcane shield, flaming weapons, rock armor, winter's grasp.